Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Aries. If Aries is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, Aries. Our card tonight is the Five of Cups, which has everything to do with a little bit of disappointment, right? Okay, let's go ahead and take a look and see what these tea leaves have to say. And so if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. It is free to subscribe. Also, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear from you, especially if you're new to the channel, or hit the like button. Of course, always appreciated. All right, let's see. So, we have a lot going on here. Now, with this disappointment, I pulled the card right before I started recording, which is what I do. I pull the card, kind of get an idea of, okay, let's see. This might be a little bit about, whatever the card energy is, or it's just kind of a flavor in the atmosphere, if you will. And so I pulled the card and I was thinking, immediately I feel like this is a situation where it's almost as if somebody you do love, you care about them, but they're asking too much of you. Right? They're overdoing it. They've gotten going. They've gotten too comfortable. They presume that you're going to do everything well, not just everything you can, but anything, all of the things, right? And I feel like there's a sense of disappointment. Now we have these scissors over here, and I feel like there's this almost kind of, it's like the first big red flag where you're like, okay, I care about this person. I love this person. They're probably a friend, maybe a significant other, somebody you're dating. And, suddenly it's like, they're just kind of maybe asking too much. Right? It's just too much. It's over the top. And it makes you maybe question what's going on with this person. Are they is this how they are with everybody? Or is it just me? Have I been too inviting? Have I made it seem like I'm, down for whatever? I'll do whatever. Because I don't feel like that's the case. Okay, so there is this real, feeling of maybe cut this person off before we see how how messy this might get, right? Now, I also see it looks like a warrior. You can see the hat, or the helmet, I should say, right up here. Okay, and then it has kind of that rounded feather thing, and for the life of me, I can't remember, is that from the UK? Is that Roman? I don't remember, but I'm thinking of the one where it's like a helmet, like a knight in shining armor, and then on top, there's like the red kind of feathered looking thing that's, over the top of the helmet. I don't know, but that's what I'm seeing. It reminds me of Artemis. Also holding, it looks like a wand, okay? So, yeah, I feel like this is really kind of, we're in the disappointment within that cup energy, which is emotional, right? This is a emotional blow. And So then, you know, all of a sudden it's like, yeah, within yourself, it's this self-preservation, this kind of warrior arising and saying, right? And with great passion. That's that wand, that fire energy. So it is the fire meeting the water meeting the fire. And I feel like, you know, something's off here. You don't know what, right? But it doesn't feel good. And that's what's important, is you don't really, I don't know, maybe don't take kindly to having to, say no to somebody. Like, why are you asking me if you know this is an unreasonable request? You know, and of course, the first thing that comes to mind is something like money, okay? Or maybe they're like, hey, can I move in? I can't pay or whatever. And you let them, and they won't do anything to figure out their situation, right? They're still not working, or they're at least not paying, being messy all over the place, right? This kind of feeling, there used to be, and this will age me, although I think this was maybe on TV before I was born or when I was really young, but I do remember watching it. Maybe it was like reruns of it, I don't know, but it was on SNL, and it was called, oh gosh, like The Visitor That Never Leaves, or The Guest That Never Leaves, or something like this. I have to look it up, because it really is, I'm not a huge SNL, I'm really not. Like, I'm not into SNL too much, especially, you know, I don't know, the last 15 years. I like kind of the old stuff once in a while. And let's see. Okay, and it says, what is this called? The Thing That Wouldn't Leave. The Guest That Wouldn't Leave. Yes, I think that's it, right? Or is it The Thing That Wouldn't Leave on SNL? Oh, I see. Yes. I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I know, this is my life here. Just remembering random things. And I'm like, ugh. Yes, I don't know. So it was on SNL, and it's just about really that, like having a guest come over, and they won't leave. They won't leave the house. They're just like, you know, eating all your food and leaving trash everywhere. And you're just like waiting. Okay, take a hint. Time to go to bed. Yawning and turning off lights, and, you know. So I almost wonder if it's like a situation that's like just really put you out, right? It's a situation where you thought, okay, I'll do like a little favor, or I'm happy to help, you know, call me if you ever need anything. And it's just like an onslaught, right? And listen, we all need help sometimes, right? Of course we do. And kudos to those who are, you know, willing to ask for help, right? But then every once in a while, you will run into somebody who overdoes it, overstays, lacks respect while they're doing so, right? So I feel like you're really in that warrior mode. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to get into serious, like, putting down some hard boundaries. And I don't think this is hard for you, but do you love doing it? No, it would be better if you just never had to deal with that kind of energy in the first place. And I'm with you. You know, half the time when I am kind of annoyed or ticked off with somebody, it's not even about like what the thing's about. It's about the fact that you put me in that position. in the first place? Like, why? All right, let's see. So we have up here, it looks to me like a scientist. Like wearing like a little coat. You can see, here's the head. Okay. It looks like they're wearing a little coat. They're holding a fish, of course, like scientists do. But I do, for me immediately, this is the energy of navigating your physical realm, right? Your work, your career, your job. Really being about the intentionality, about being immersed in whatever's going on, looking at all of the variables, right? Formulating a plan and executing it. Okay, so definitely in this zone of, figuring out how are you going to continue to make money, make more money, and make more money after that, right? And I feel like you're doing a good job and it's getting better and better yet. Okay, so this definitely is also a time, right, where maybe, you just are not wanting to deal with this other situation as much, and really putting your focus into, okay, I'm just going to focus on working. I'm going to focus on making this shmoney, right? I'm going to focus on doing this thing that I need to do to help solidify, right, the money that's coming into my household for my kids, for my grandkids, for, myself and my, maybe you have animals, right? Your beloved companions, and that's real. I always am thinking about, like, with my, my two cats, especially when I had 3 cats before and I was living by myself and I wasn't making, a ton of money. I usually just was waitressing and stuff. And, my cats always ate before I did. I know, right? It is. Sometimes you just are a cat lady or an animal person, right? So I think that you have a lot of motivation to be, doing what you have to do to provide. You're not a person that has the opportunity, nor would you look for it, I don't believe, to just kind of opt out, let other people deal with it, let them handle it. No, you are always working hard, always grinding, always, putting your priorities at the top of your, whatever you're doing. It's not something where, I know I have to do these things, but I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, go off and do nothing or whatever, be avoidant of your responsibilities. Never in Aries, never. You all are such hard workers. And listen, it's not even just in the realm of whatever your day job is. It is raising kids. It is creativity. It is cultivating your life. Your relationships, taking care of people you love. You are always doing something. And, and so to me, it makes sense. Like a kind of, I just immediately thought of when Mos Def, or Yakimbe, I guess is what his name is now, when he was in that movie version of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And that makes so much sense to me, to be an Aries, right? To be this kind of interesting, eccentric, intellectual scientist of your life, doing the mathematics and, just absolutely like creating the universe that you want to live in, right? And like the happy explorer, just kind of in the depths of of the mysteries. But also, you know, making things happen in the physical world as well. So definitely an energy of being quite active and focused for sure. Let's see. We also have, now I have to just point this out, and I don't know what it means, but it is TANG. And so Tang immediately stood out to me, Tang. And I thought of two different things here. Immediately, of course, the drink. And if you're not in America, you maybe don't know what Tang is. You probably have your own version. I don't even know if people still drink Tang, but back in the day, right, it was a powder that was like an orange flavor, and you added water, and it was like an orange juice. It was like a powdered orange juice. And the other thing I thought of was Pootie Tang. Now that's also going to age me. If you know what Pootie Tang is, you're awesome. If you don't know, you're awesome as well, but go look it up because it's super funny. Chris Rock, I think? Yeah, Chris Rock. So really funny movie from, I think the early thousands or late 90s. And so I don't know. Maybe you have a different relationship with Tang. Okay, so now we have, it looks like a chair and maybe a cat sitting on the chair. Oh, this is funny. It makes me think of immediately, and I'm seeing it. It's like grandpa, dad. Maybe grandpa, maybe dad. Not a cat person. Or at least they weren't, right? And then a cat found their way into the home. Somebody brought a cat in. And now this cat, maybe it's a dog, I don't know, but I think it's a cat. This cat is the baby of the family. This cat can sit in any of the chairs, even in the nice room, right? Maybe, did you grow up with a nice room? The sitting room or the room that had all the pretty furniture you weren't allowed to touch or be in. They know, right? You go in there and there are footprints on the nicely vacuumed carpet and they know you've been in there. Well, you're not allowed, right? But the cat is allowed to go wherever it pleases because the cat is baby. And and I feel like this is a funny, I don't know, it's like a reminder. I don't know, it's something silly. And now maybe dad or grandfather has transitioned, right? But I think this was kind of a running joke within the family, or maybe they're still around. And want to just kind of, there's this energy of, you know, laughing about, this cat. This cat is, you know, maybe your sibling now, right? Maybe the favorite, the golden child. Now we also have, it looks like Anubis, okay, sitting in a chair as well, maybe holding a cane, maybe holding, I don't know, a pipe or something. And I feel like this, it makes me wonder if this is somebody who has transitioned, because we know Anubis is a psychopomp who is basically a god or an entity that shows up and escorts you down to the underworld, or in this case to the weighing of the soul, the weighing of the heart, sorry. And so, yeah, I wonder if this is somebody who's transitioned, but it feels like there's such a vibrance to them. Like even if they've passed, they're just so alive within the family, right? Their personality was so big. I am imagining like a lot of laughing, a really funny person, and a person that just really liked to be together, be with their family, be with their friends, have fun, and, you know, maybe even kind of joke with each other. And, you know, it just always seemed like it was a pretty good time. And so I feel like this is, I don't know. I almost wonder if maybe there is a an anniversary coming up. I'm also seeing the word lion right here. So I almost wonder, maybe this was like the head of the family. Just nothing bad to say about them. That's the feeling I'm getting. But I wonder if there's this anniversary coming up, maybe their birthday, or their favorite holiday, or maybe this is the time of year where you would go on vacation with family, and it's, it just doesn't feel the same now that they're gone. But yeah, there's a lot of, you're thinking about them a lot, and they're with you. That's what I know, is that they're with you. I just keep hearing them laughing, right? Like, and almost kind of like, why are you being so serious? Right? Why are you're just ruining the vibe. Like, let's have fun. Let's hang out. Let's like talk and just reminisce and whatever, tell stories. And so, yeah, I think, this is, to me, it feels like, it's like they're asking me to convey to you that they're trying to encourage you to have fun, to enjoy your life, because it's so fast. It goes by so fast. And, I think usually you do a pretty good job of that. But there are times, it's like the weight of everything, all the things that you've been through. It feels almost like impossible to keep going, to almost kind of like you're cheating on somebody, right? If you keep living and you keep striving to have a good life and enjoy the moments, it's almost kind of like you're cheating on this person because they're not there. They're not there to enjoy it. But the reality is they are. They are. They're with you. They're with you all the time. And I think that it's like almost like you are feeding them. Like the sustenance is the goodness of your life, right? And this is true, right? If you've ever had kids or anybody you've loved, really, that no matter what, you just want them to have a good life and to see them doing well and thriving and having things that they love and care about. That's the ultimate present. That's the ultimate feeling. And so it is with this person and you. Absolutely. Okay, let's take a look. We have 35. 35 for a number. So I almost feel like we have a person who I can imagine like yelling. Scary, right? Like scaring somebody off. Now we also have a dog. We have a person, at least one, maybe two people, like kind of running off. I think this has to do with the same person. Almost kind of like they are actively keeping you and yours safe, right? Whenever something or somebody, that's really what it feels like. Somebody, like if somebody comes sniffing around that they don't like, they're going to chase them off, right? Or if they see that somebody has, maybe not the purest intentions, or, God forbid, they're a dangerous person. This beloved father, brother, grandfather, uncle, whoever it is, they're watching out and they're making sure that they keep them people away. keep you safe as much as they can, right? And so there have maybe even been times, and especially if you're kind of like dating or whatever, where maybe you kind of were really feeling somebody and suddenly they were just like, I can't do this, or they ghost you or whatever. I feel like part of it is because, if not all of it really, they run into this energetic wall because you're being protected from that which is not for you, right? Whatever is not going to serve you. And that can be difficult. It can, you know, it's like your parent, an overbearing parent, not letting you make your mistakes. But I think by the age that you are, whatever age you are right now, I'm guessing you're an adult. You know, maybe, you know, like myself, I'm happy to have any kind of warning from anybody because I don't want to waste my time on anything. You know, I'm not dating, I'm married, obviously, but you know, anything. Tell me this, you know, whatever thing I bought, it doesn't work. It's not good. It's not helpful. You know, whatever thing I bought that tastes gross, not as good as it looks, Lenore. Okay, cool. I don't want to waste my time on something, you know, that is not a service or benefit or even just somewhat enjoyable, right? So yeah, you might be at the same age as me where it's like, I'm willing to take the advice. It maybe annoyed me when I was younger, but now go ahead, give me all your advice. I probably still won't take it, by the way, but but I'm willing to listen. All right. So we're going to do our self-care cards, okay? And we're just going to flip through and stop where it feels right. Oh, deep roots, Aries. My roots run deep. I stand tall with my feet planted on the earth. I breathe energy in from my roots to the tips of my outstretched fingers. I exhale any negativity. I am grounded. Yes. Yes. All right, Aries, I want to tell you I love you because I do. And I thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. And if you would be so kind as to like the video, it really does help the channel. And if you have not subscribed yet, please think about doing that. You can hit that little bell. It'll let you know when the next readings are coming out. And it's free to subscribe. And let's see, if you want to leave a comment, please do. I'd love to hear from you, especially if you're new to the channel. Definitely put it in the comments, shout it out. All right, again, I love you. Take care of yourself. We'll talk in a few days. Good night, good night, good night.